Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We're going to keep getting sacks. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 9, check 9. Hey! Stay at home, stay at home. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Ready up. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet, get it.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Let's go, boy. Bring it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
80 weapons. Ready.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
That's our own 25-yard line.
Go, Mike. Wide left. 319.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, that's complete. It's Gordon. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
On the ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. Hey, Haywood. Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. It's complete to Gordon Tate. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Royce Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Gam3hawk360's, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. These 2 teams all tied after 1. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Delta.
Now it's Tannehill. And this is caught by Watkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mike 54. Come on. Watch twist.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. And Tate's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Bullet high. Hey, orbit. Strip that ball. Hey, switch gears. Joker. Get it.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Exit.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Kill.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He'll buy some time right toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby.
Yeah.
Watch out. Shift.
Shoot.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Open man has got it. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
58 for Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Showing up. Out.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Preston Smith there on the stop.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready,
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready? Check. Switch it. Come on, slide.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
The Vikings 1st down.
Inside. 158. Let's go over here.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cole Beasley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gam3hawk360's with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 31, check 31. Sponge.
Squeeze.
Play action, it's Tannehill. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Check.
Off play action, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some...
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? And
he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Golden Tate, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
This one complete to Jordan Reed. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Vikings first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This complete to Jones. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
A gain of 14. First down.
Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back. Hey, Zoo.
Mike, number 53.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
58 for Mike. Down to lose one.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Intercepted by the Vikings. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Cole Beasley. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
319. We are going. 26.
From the 24, Rodgers caught by Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
It's a gain of 10.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this one complete to Reed. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
The 16-yard line.
158.
Just like that. Just like that.
258.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The fullback run. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Gam3hawk360. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And that's good for another Seahawk.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now it's Tannehill. The 20. Golden Tate's going to go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Golden Tate with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right there. I got it. Check 37. Check 37. Check the hot read. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Christian McCaffrey in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the